Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. And so today we are continuing on with our Heavensward replay veteran walkthrough. And if you remember from last time, we ended up finding out more about Nanamo and exactly what happened in Ul'dah during the Bloody Banquet. Turns out Lolorito found out about Telegi's plan and kind of usurped and played it to his own benefits, basically. So, he was the one who had the means to wake Nanamo up from her slumber. Telegi, of course, has been stated off as dead. Apparently, the fact that we had like 24 witnesses see Raubon cut him down didn't really count in anything. And yeah, so all that's well and good. We're not wanted fugitives anymore. But now we're heading off to the Aery so that we can confront Nidhogg and bring about an end to this war once and for all. I highly doubt it. Okay, so here we are. We're back in Ishgard. We have Claire. She's dressed up like the Azure Dragoon. And I think between the two of them, she looks more like the Azure Dragoon. But she's ready to go. And let's go ahead and talk to Estinian into the Aery. Estinian is eager to set forth for the Aery. So we get a ether current as well as the mana cutter. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Garland and take possession of the mana cutters. That's what I like about Estinian. He is straight to the point. Like, he's not pussyfooting around this. He's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's just getting straight to the point. Which is a really nice change because, oh, we have too many secrets and lies, and we don't need all that. So we're going back to the manufactory. You know what I think would be fun if they had like a little mini game or something where we can actually ride chocobos or the mana cutters and it'd just be able to, I don't know, have like a time event or something. Here we go. These little beauties are our pride and joy, and now they're yours. So, be careful with them, eh? I make no promises. I guarantee you won't find any loose rivets. We triple checked. Nice little callback to the blacksmith's quest line. Hello, Sid. Claire, old friend. The cutters are ready when you are. Fine, our adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties tear through that windberry like cement drill through cottage cheese. And with that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come, warrior of light, the dread worm awaits. I had no idea he was there. He blends so well into the background. It's freaky, especially with all those destroyed ruins floating about it. You just have to take one look at it and you know, that's not a place I want to go to. The Aery, now accessible. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and join. Say I'll take a little while. Mana cutters war of light. The dread worm awaits. Yes, I know. And I don't think it's anything new then, by the looks of things. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and just leave that there for just a moment. I'll be back as soon as we get a party and we set forth for the Aery.
1 hour later.
God, that took forever. How come no one wants to do the Aery anymore? Oh boy, finally. But let's go, let's go. I'm ready. Been a long time since I've last done this dungeon, now that I think about it. But I'm all for it. They look so cool and yet so cute at the same time. There he is. Ooh, that's a nice snapshot right there. Of course, we get hit. He's pissed now. And it's funny, I'd never noticed it before, but he's got scars on his head. Like right where his eyes were torn out. Okay, so you had to land like right there, Claire. You could not find a better place to be able to do so. Alright, the Aery. Yes, let's go. Hope we got a good team. Yeah, sorry for keeping you all waiting. And what is it? Here it is. We'll have that. Yeah, I mean, we need a cup of coffee to make it through this, right? Okay, so these are just trash mobs, just more of his brood. It really looks like this place had once been really beautiful. I mean, I know the Ishgardians were the ones who helped build it for him, but then, of course, after being betrayed like that, he kind of didn't see a purpose and kind of destroyed his own home. Still moving up here. Definitely, we can ignore those like side quests, those side ventures there. They don't really lead anywhere. I think there are some treasure chests, but I don't think we really need to focus on that. Just move up this way. Okay, yeah, so I do recognize this area now. So we're just outside where the first boss is going to be. Making good progress. And there he is. Took me a while to remember this first part. So we have Ul'dah. Yes, I'm ready. Okay, so this first boss isn't too tough. Let's just keep going through here. So it has lightning attack, so we do have to be mindful of that. Okay. Yes, I remember that. So every once in a while, you're going to be connected by like this purple stream of energy. All you need to do is go hide behind one of those statues so that it gets the blast instead of you. And I think this is the one where he attacks. No, that's not the one that attacks multiple times. Okay, yeah, that's the one. So it's going to target everyone in the party, and you just have to move around for 3 times. That way you can avoid the lightning attacks. Okay, we have a worm here. So we just have a wyvern, sorry. So just go ahead, take care of the ants. And just kind of rinse and repeat. It's really not too much to it, to be honest. Okay, so we just gotta move. I wasn't able to move there. Okay, and that's 3 times. Good to go. Go ahead, take care of the second ad. And just continue to tank and spank. Yeah, otherwise I recommend just trying to stick as close as you can to the to this giant worm here. Just to avoid some of the bigger electrical attacks. But it's down, no need to worry. And we get anything good? Not really. I can pass on that. Alright, just jump straight down from here. I still remember when you used to take fall damage in dungeons. Now you don't. Don't know how that works. Terrible dragon appears before you. Yeah, this dragon it's just a pain. But we'll deal with them in a minute. Every once in a while you see some dragons like in the corner that are sleeping. You can sneak by them if you don't get too close. It's just really if you need extra experience points. So we can leave that dragon sleeping, and we'll just take care of the broodlings who come after us. To be fair, the dragon shouldn't be sleeping on guard duty. Otherwise, you just have to avoid that terrible dragon, like, flying in and trying to incinerate you. Alright, and just these guys next. Looks like the Smoldering Dragon just landed too. So it's some kind of like heat blast that's blocking our way, so we gotta kill these guys before we can move on. Okay, good. It's cleared up. Okay, so we have more broodlings. We can really just focus on these guys, and like I said, we can just ignore the sleeping dragon over there. Slumbering dragon. So like I said, so long as you don't get too close, they won't wake up. Let's just cart them away a little bit. Yep, got too close and it woke up. Earrings of Slaying. Interesting. Come on, guys, help me kill it. Don't run off like that. Pass. A lot of striking gear this time. Okay, so this is the second boss. And it's in the form of a lizard, I guess. I really don't know what else to call it, except it's like a giant lizard. Okay, so this guy breathes out, I guess, toxic gas or something. As you can see, he's about to spit out some poison. Well, it's not really poison, like I said, it's more like a toxic gas. I mean, it's screaming with delight as poison drips down its body, but... Okay, so every once in a while we're going to have a bomb come out, and it's going to start to absorb the poison gas. There it is, it's a mustard gas. So it's going out here, and it's going to suck them all dry, which is good because it gets rid of the poison for us. The problem is that if you allow it to absorb too much, when it explodes, it's going to do a lot of damage. So make sure to kill it off after the first, maybe second tops. Darn, couldn't get away fast enough. So always allow it to absorb at least, I would say at least one cloud of this poison gas and then go ahead and kill it. Just to avoid any kind of explosions, because if it absorbs 3 of them, then it will explode and do heavy damage to the whole party. Alright. That was not bad at all. No, I don't need casting gear right now. Alright, so we're heading off towards Nidhogg. Spoilers there, Nidhogg's the last boss for this dungeon. So I think once we officially crush Nidhogg here, we'll be more than halfway through the game at this point, which is good to know. Making pretty good timing. I do think we'll be able to get Heavensward done before Endwalker comes out, at least the main story. I don't think I'll be able to get through any of the patches by then. Oh well, I'll go back and do those another day. Maybe once Endwalker is over. I'm probably going to focus mostly on Endwalker for a good long while. So, at least with the main scenario quests, the role quests, Pandemonium, Secrets of the 12, I think that's what it's called. There's so much. So once I pretty much run out of most things I can do in Endwalker, I'll probably come back to this. Which reminds me, I need to go ahead and clear out my inventory soon. Okay. And Code of Fending. Nice. I like the Code of Fending better than the maiming one because, I don't know, green looks good on her. Astrid, I think that's a bow. Yes. But we don't need a bow. I love how the pillars are just crumbling away. It's like they were holding out just for us. It was like, okay, good, finally she's here, we can rest. And where did our tank go? Geez, what happened? Oh, he got the bending gear. Alright, you can have it. So we're almost there. Just these guys, and then up here there's another platform, and we just gotta take care of all the mobs there. It's actually kind of creepy up here. It's kind of like some sort of eggs or something just sort of holding the dragons there. Maybe it's like power sources. He's slowly empowering them. Because some of them are pretty easy to take care of, others are just tougher. Should be one more wave coming, I think. Yeah. Seriously, Nidhogg, where do you find time to sire all these children? Alright, here we go. So let's head up these stairs. It's where the final boss is. And there's Estinian, yes! Okay, we mapped the realm, awesome! I will enfeeble the worm with the eye. You must strike while he is weak. So it looks like he's been fighting for a little while at least. Okay, I just want to say it here. Our number one duty is to protect Estinian. Because if Estinian dies, then we pretty much are screwed. Impudent mortal, thou wouldst use my own eye against me. Again, I'm terrible at their voices. I don't know how to make a dragon voice sound. See, he can talk. He doesn't need me. Okay, so the Scarlet Price, he breathes out these giant fireballs. Just try to avoid them. And after a few seconds, they charge at you. So you just gotta be careful with that. The best part about this boss is that you don't need him to go all the way down to 0% to beat him. You just need to get it down to, I think, less than 5% for it to be considered a victory. Oh no, I'm targeted. Which means, yep, okay, so I'm rising in the air, and we have the Sable Price, so I need everyone else to kind of jump in and slay the Sable Price for me to be let go. If not, I think it does heavy damage, and no one's helping me! Hello? Thank you. I just avoided that by less than a second. How does that work? Eye on the fireballs. Ah, run, run. Okay. So we're doing pretty good. Yep, he's taking flight. Okay, so this is where a bunch of ads come swarming in. You just gotta kill the ads and protect Justinian. Yeah, so they're all targeting Justinian. They're not even bothering with us. They know that if he's allowed to stand before Nidhogg finishes his attack, then he could stop it. And if you're a healer, don't be afraid to use healing spells on him. They do very little healing, but they do heal in a pinch. Be one more, I think. Yep. Okay, he's made his appearance then. Okay, good. Now just get close to Justinian once the final ad dies. So his barrier will protect us. And there's Nidhogg up there. Okay, otherwise you just have to repeat here until he gets down low enough. Yeah, I think this is a good time to use it. There we go! Oh, wow. That wasn't bad at all! I know he flew away, but trust me, he's coming back down. We're going to be getting an awesome cutscene at the end of this. Okay, and... oh, yay! Grabbing that. Again with striking gear? What's with striking gear so much today? Oh well. So this is going to lead to a really awesome cutscene. Now he's pissed. Nice little touch if you've already done the Dragoon questline up to 50, which I have.
No worm! This ends here!
Enjoy his black armor while you can. Oh, ow, that had to hurt. Right through his head. That was a scary face, Justinian. I'll admit, he looks badass.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Okay, I think you can calm down, Estinian. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. So this is crystal number 3. Really good way to tell how far you've progressed in the game. I'm gonna say it's the lightning crystal. I can't remember for sure. Yeah, okay. Now under all the lightning we just went past. You know what? That might be a good way of how the crystals are being reactive, just by being around their elements for long enough. Oh, the echo.
They are ours, Lord Ul'dah. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Ul'dah, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown.
Was it worth it? Seriously, was it worth all of that? Now look what happens.
Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
Okay, so I just did a quick head count.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Ul'dah, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
So really there was no
Will
point.
you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Okay, so that's 3. So there were 8 altogether that survived, including Haldreth. So Haldreth left, those 4 are dead, including Thordan, and then the others remaining were just these 4.
Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more. We must assume the role of stewards.
I wonder how the Archbishop came to take
We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making. And let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
I honestly don't know how I feel about this. I don't like it. I just can't help but think of this could have saved everyone 1,000 years of pain and suffering if they did not do that.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded?
Just sick at heart, really.
You have borne witness to history, to the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Ul'dah, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt. Save on one point.
They have a lot of faith in the Echo, too.
If Ul'dah took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
I think it was pretty obvious. As soon as I saw they were different colors, I knew.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
It's no coincidence that they chose that moment to play Dragon's Song, at least the theme for it.
"'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
But he can't, not yet.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Yeah, I think he figured it out too, where that extra eye came from. Kind of hard not to notice, especially since Hraesvelgr's missing one from his head. Though Nidhogg is fallen, my heart is yet heavy. And the stain of corruption pleads me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. Yay! We can fly here now! And we just got the mana cutter key. Okay. The song begins. Estinian would know the origins of Nidhogg's mysterious eye. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Okay. And I think it appropriate we use the mana cutter. Oh, I remember when I first played through it and I could see people flying around in these new mounds and I couldn't figure out where they came from, but I really wanted one, so now I have one and oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that sight, just as the sun's rising. I just love that palace. Yep, she's still here. She has scarce moved since last we parted. Hraesvelgr's confession would soon shake her from her stupor. Let's go ahead and remove the helm. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You've slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, warrior of light. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, he's not happy. Can't really blame him for that.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
I can't really blame him for that. That probably felt good for him to have his eye returned. Here we go. Wow, 2 echo flashbacks in just one episode. Wow. Wow. I have no idea where this place is. I like it that he's like in the lights and Nidhogg's in the shadow. And that's where the scars are. He's shocked. He is just completely shocked. Now, this wasn't his fault. I can't argue with that. That's just human nature, I guess. He knows that his brother's going to die, like, without something to sustain him, so I can't really blame him for wanting to save his brother's life. I don't know. I really don't know if there was a right decision. Like, maybe he really believed that he was making amends to his brother, but all it did was cause a lot of pain and suffering all over. But at the same time, you can't really... It was Elysen's fault. At the very least, Thornton's fault. Kind of freaky. like an empty black slot where his eye used to be. Oh. He knows. So.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Ul'dah had dealt the worm a killing blow.
Kom an I fåren king
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This one som in Aery.
No matter what way you look at it, it sucks all around.
I'm fire. Call on. Tolos Inesco. Kas Echichizo. Sekmon Inaan. Srei Snowfall in Sith Ian.
I feel terrible. I really feel terrible about the whole thing. Like, not one of this. Ugh. So that was how the song began. Thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. Unrest in Ishgard. Stinian is frustrated by yet another mystery. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Race Valgar wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Really? How so?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
I think they finally have an understanding.
Yet even with
them.
all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you!
Oh, I love that.
There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
They both changed, but I think it was for the better. I really like the character development that they did with both these characters. Okay, here we go.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend
Really?
renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
What I want to know is what made the heretics go bursting into the city like that? Especially since the Isard or Azel didn't give them any orders.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
It's coming. I know it's coming and it's gonna be painful. And he's like, what can you do? And he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it.
There!
Comrades, sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come! Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
They're all happy, and then it was like, huh?
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it.
I got goosebumps.
Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Oh, I love him. I just love him. Oh, that scene. Oh, it just sends shivers down my spine every time I hear it. I had goosebumps just listening to it. That combined with the music was just so beautiful. Okay, well, I think that's about it for as much as I could take right now. So let's go ahead and wrap up this quest, and we'll call it a day there. Well, everything sure seemed to get cleaned up real quick. Let's see how long this piece lasts. Not long! I was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friends. That's true, and you're gonna love the story we have to tell you. Alright, so yeah, that does look like a nice place to end it. So thank you all so much for watching. I love that part of the story, and I think with this we are officially more than halfway through the game right now. And yeah, so next time we're going to be explaining the whole story, like the whole adventure to Sir Emmerich, Haurchefant, and his whole family. And that's when things start to get really interesting. So I'm not looking forward to that part. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and you're looking forward to next time. So until then, everyone, take care.